All right, everybody, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back. We live? I don't even know if we're live right now. The algorithms is out here getting wild. But we want to talk about Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. We got the election upcoming, November 5th. Make sure you get out and vote, register to vote. And if you're living in key battleground states, I suggest you to vote even harder. You know what I'm saying? Certain states are locked up, Texas, California's, Florida's. I mean, there's countless of them. New York City, New York, whatever. And there's tons of people living in there. I believe if you just named California, Texas, Florida, and New York, it's probably 78% of the population. You know what I'm saying? They're big states. But the rest of us out here don't want to be ruled by the big cities. We don't want to be ruled by the big cities. Today, Kamala Harris, I guess. Kamala Harris is like, always come debate me. Come debate me. Anytime, anywhere. I dealt with people like you. Once has been unburdened, can't be burdened again. Kamala Harris, I guess the debates came up, right? And she's always like September 10th. But she backed out of Donald Trump put out. Let's just say, hold on, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's settle down. But Donald Trump put out 3 debates, right? He wanted 3 debates, and he wanted 2 vice presidential debates. So you would have J.D. Vance versus Tim Walz, and then you would have Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. That's what sort of was the thing that was jumping off, right? But unfortunately, Kamala Harris was like, well, we already agreed to debates. We're like, hold on, bitch. You weren't president. You didn't have no nomination, no nothing. And she's going to stick to that. But it looks like she's going to get their way because the almighty deep state, the puppet masters out there, the intelligence agencies, these people are sick. And you always be like, well, I wouldn't be that way. Well, they are that way. They are that way. Everything that you don't think is true is probably true. You know what I'm saying? And if you just listen here for the first time, the third time, or the 1,000,000th time, we're going to give you the truth. And I'm telling you, you might not like this truth, but I'm going to give you the truth. They don't want you being manly, and they don't want you being ladylike. That's it. That's the end of the thing. That's it. They don't want you to have God. They don't want you to be a man, and they don't want you to be a lady. They want you to be everything else. They want you to be LGBT. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. They want homo stuff. Homo good, homo great. That's all they want. That's all they want. That's all you're going to get. They're going to keep pumping it. Like Kamala Harris came out today talking about she's going to put in some price fix for grocery stores. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. And why can't I tell if I'm live? Am I even live? Is anybody live? Is there a chat out there? I cannot find my YouTube. I have no clue if we're even live. Because I put in, I was going to talk about Israel. I was like, Trump backs Israel. I wasn't going to talk about the USS Liberty. I wasn't going to talk about dancing Israelis. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to do none of that. But now I don't even know if I'm live. It's got to stop streaming. I've never seen this before. I must be in private. I think I must be in private. So we're going to record. I think that's what I'm in. Maybe I'm in private mode and we're not live. I think that's the problem. But we're going to keep on going anyway because that's what we do. And we're not going to edit it out because even though the live isn't live, we're still live. Can we edit this? I don't want to stop streaming. But anyway, here we go. But like I said, Kamala was out here in the debates, and she wanted to back down. She won't take the 3 debates. The vice presidential debate is only going to be one. It's only going to be one. So here we are. Here we are as American citizens. Kamala Harris. I've done more YouTube videos than Kamala Harris has right now. And Twitter, I'm putting it out everywhere. Instagram, we're everywhere. But I've done more interviews. I've taken questions from chat, baby. I'm taking questions from chat. We up in here. Kamala don't. So what are we at? What the hell are we going to do? What the hell are we going to do as Americans to be informed? You got to get off the nonsense. Turn the TV off. Just turn the TV off. It's all propaganda. It's all the same stuff. It's monkeypox, bro. Monkeypox is from homos, bro. Homos. And you know what upsets me the most is when you find out a kid gets monkeypox, bro. You're like, what the hell? Find out why. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. But I guess if we're going to get this whole thing turned up, we're going to get turned up, right? You in the jungle. You got to protect yourselves at all times. You got to eat right. You got to lift. I mean, you got to do all types of stuff that you're not doing. You got to do. That's the end game. The end game is the only game you want to play. That's the only game you want to play. And you want to understand what they're doing and what they're not doing. You got to understand how they move and when they move and look what they defend. You can burn the American flag. You can say sort of not what you want to do because Douglas Mackey, he got messed up for the Hillary meme. But you see all this stuff over in Europe right now where they're like, retweeting stuff on Facebook and they're getting locked up for saying a man shouldn't swim with women. It's like, yeah, we understand that, but you get locked up over there. So the West is falling. I think the West is falling. And I'm long on America. I'll defend America. I will defend every inch of America if it happens to come to wherever I'm at. I will defend it. And it's going to be a shame that this is how America is going to end. You know what I'm saying? I think America ended when they shot John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. I think that was it. It was over. They killed the president right in daylight. And a lot of us don't understand. I wasn't even alive. My parents were alive, but they were young. They didn't understand. And then they got all the propaganda. And, then they started, let's all be hippies. Let's be hippies. So they want them all to be hippies. And then there was boomers and all that. It's just nobody paid attention. It was getting money and everybody was living. They were living. And then everything was going real smooth until 2001. And then we're like, what is this? What is this? What's 2001? 2001, it was a terrorist attack. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. But hey, this is America, and America always comes through. We were very strong after that, very strong, and we decided to bomb Iraq, Baghdad, Yemen. It didn't matter. Afghanistan, we wanted Osama bin Laden. It's like we wanted him, but I feel like we knew where he was the whole time. You're like, do you just ramble? I'm just rambling. See, that's why I feel like I'm just rambling. Let's play these videos. We're not going to talk about anything more, but right here, Donald Trump back in Israel. And then we can figure out what's going on with everything else. Because I thought I was live, but I guess we're not live, but we're going to be live. I promise you. We're going to be live. We're always going to be live, and we're going to stay live. But here's Trumpy Trump talking about Israel and how he backs him so much. I feel like Trump got a phone call. He got a phone call, and sometimes you get those phone calls that are so real, you're like, eh.
Believe this as Hamas wages a savage war in the south, Hezbollah menaces the north, and the Houthi terrorists attack at sea. In Europe, the streets of Paris, London, and Brussels are overrun by mobs of Hamas supporters changing their jihad slogans in the heart of the Western capital. And in America, the evil anti-Semitism is rampaging all throughout our cities, the Democrat Party, our left-wing media institutions, a certain candidate for the President of the United States, which is hard to believe, in our colleges and universities, they're going loco. They're going loco. Something's wrong with them. What is this? I never thought this could happen. Just to get off for a second, years ago, my father was a big supporter of Jewish people and Israel. He's not Jewish. He wasn't Jewish, but he was a great friend of a lot of Jewish people. And if you say, let's say 15 years ago, maybe not even that long, anything bad about Israel or Jewish people, you were finished as a politician, right? You were finished. You wouldn't do that, Congressman. You wouldn't do it anyway, but nobody would do it. The most powerful lobby in this country, by far, was Israel and Jewish people. Today, it's almost like, what happened? What happened? What happened to Schumer? What happened to all these people? Schumer's like a Palestinian, right? It's shocking because I grew up where Israel was supported. My father was a builder in Brooklyn, and a lot of Jewish people. That's all he knew. That's all I knew, essentially. But we knew Jewish people, and they were great people. And we'd go to many events. I'd go with him, and it was great. The card calling, the card callers. We had a man, Harry Waxman. He was a brilliant card caller.
That's wild, right? That's not wild. Talking about Trump talking about 15 years ago, you said something about Israel, you wouldn't even be a politician. You called Chuck Schumer a Palestinian. At the end of the day, around here, I love the Jewish people. I love them. They're great people. I just don't understand why they have so much influence under America. Why is, certain super PACs and all that, they're so great. But hey, I get it too, They're our number one ally, right? They're our number one ally, right? You all know it. You all heard it. You're programmed to say it. But why? Why are they my number one ally? They never paid for no gas. They never bought me anything. You know what I'm saying? They take my money, right? What was the Israel gave us? What have they gave us? What was that Matsui guy, right? Wasn't there that rapper Matsui? I think he was Jewish. Maybe they gave us that. And we paid the $758 trillion for Matsui. Was he Matsui? I wish I could think of that song right now, but I think it was a Jewish rapper. But hey, Israel can't do no wrong in my eyes. They cannot do no wrong in my eyes. There was no dancing Israelis on 9/11. There was none of that. It's all lies. And you know what I'm saying? They just want to disrupt us. They want to disrupt us and make us not think. And at the end of the day, they just want us to be dumb. They just want us to be dumb. I got here's a video right here that's proof that Israel had nothing to do with the USS Liberty. It's a conspiracy theory, and I don't understand why people keep talking about it. I want to talk about Mel's Hole. That's what I want to do is the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. There's a hole in Seattle or Washington. That's a hole in the ground that goes down. I don't know. They don't even know. I don't know. They don't even know. Like there's a big trench in the ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is like 35,000 feet or something. But this thing goes like 7,000 miles. So like, cause some fishermen put like a pole on it, and he had to keep buying rules of the string. You know what I'm saying? Just spools of the line, and it just kept going. But I don't know if any of that's true. But let's play this debunked thing right here, because you know what I'm saying. We want to bring you the real news and not the fake news, and we want to make sure everybody stays safe out there, because that's the rule number one at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourselves at all times. But let's play this to add proof that they had nothing to do with it. And make sure you like and sub up.
In the early 1960s, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Ella Lemonster, concocted a plan for false flag operations as a pretext to invade Cuba and for war with the Soviet Union. In Operation Northwoods, they planned to hijack jets by remote control, crash them, and blame the attack on Cuba. There were many other terrorist attacks they planned to carry out that were contained within the document. One scenario mentioned was the destruction of a U.S. naval vessel that was to be blamed on a foreign power as a pretext for war with any enemy they picked. President Lyndon Baines Johnson went operational with Northwoods on June 8, 1967, during the Six-Day War. During the Six-Day War between Israel and the Arab nations, the USS Liberty was sent by Johnson to collect electronic intelligence in the eastern Mediterranean. The clearly marked U.S. intelligence ship was 14 miles off the coast of Israel in international waters.
A short time after the air attack had been completed, the 3 torpedo boats approached us from our starboard quarter at high speed and in an apparent torpedo launch attitude.
Israeli surveillance aircraft flew low over the ship and clearly identified it as an American vessel. At 2 p.m. that afternoon, the USS Liberty was attacked by 3 Mirage 3 fighter bombers. From the onset of the attack, the fighter bombers were jamming U.S. signals. Not only were they jamming U.S. signals specifically, they were also unmarked, the only unmarked aircraft in Israel's arsenal. The fighter bombers strafed the ships with their cannons, dropped conventional munitions and napalm on the ship, repeatedly from stem to stern. After the Mirages had done their work, the ship was hit by medium bomber Dassault missiles carrying napalm and other munitions like white phosphorus.
Wow.
The USS Liberty was then attacked by 3 Israeli torpedo boats bearing Israeli flags. The torpedo gunboats opened fire with high-caliber machine guns and launched torpedoes.
Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. So that's the proof right there. See? Proof. 100% they didn't do it. They didn't do it. But let's get on out of here, baby. Let's get on out of here. Remember, Jesus loves you. I love you. And there's nothing more you want than the truth. Everybody wants the truth. Make sure you get out and vote for Donald Trump on November 5th. Make sure you go out and register to vote. That's the only way we're going to get out of this nonsense. It's peace and love, and I will see you all manana, baby.